Hi there, welcome to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto, and just talking about TAP Global today. TAP has the native token called XTP, that's a ticker, otherwise known as TAP, and it kind of became popular last January when that Martini guy was talking about it quite a lot, and I was too. And the token price went up quite a lot, and then it came down quite a lot. It's still up a hell of a lot from like 2022 or even 2021, but it has come down quite a bit since last January. Also, the TAP app disappeared from iOS in the last couple of weeks or so. It's now back. I've installed it on my iPhone. It all works fine. It's all great. It's all very cool. Okay, so that's good. Now, XTP, the token, was listed on Bittrex. That was like the largest exchange it was on, and it was there working quite well for a while, and then Bittrex itself, the entire company, disappeared in 2023. So XTP didn't really have a decent home, a decent exchange with liquidity. Now it is going to have one because it's moving over to Bitfinex. Okay, now Bitfinex is a platform that I'm not particularly familiar with. It looks the same as any other exchange though, to be honest. If you look for XTP USD here, you'll see that it is actually in there, but there's no data at the moment. In the same way, if you go over to TradingView, you can actually look for XTP dollar or XTP BTC on Bitfinex. At the moment, there's no data. Okay, so if you go over to the blog of Bitfinex, blog.bitfinex.com, you can see here that Bitfinex to list TAP XTP. Okay, so this was put out on January the 16th, which was yesterday, and the important dates here are deposits for TAP XTP will commence on January the 16th, and trading of TAP is set to begin on January the 18th, which is tomorrow, at approximately 1:30 p.m. UTC. TAP will be available for trading against US dollars and Tether tokens. Okay. Now, the only thing here is what we don't appear to be getting straight away is the XTP BTC pairs, which is what we used to enjoy trading on the Bittrex platform. So hopefully that'll come later because, I don't know, it makes sense to me to sort of trade XTP against Bitcoin. And it was always nice to see it, you know, like the kind of good values were like 30 sats and the sort of like really good values were like 85 sats. And I think my average buy price was around 20, I think. Might need to check that. So I'm looking forward to XTP being on the Bitfinex platform tomorrow and available for trading. And hopefully that will do something to the price. What it does do, I don't know really, because I think a lot of people might have lost interest in the project and might just want to offload their TAP. And that might send the price down. I think that's probably a silly thing to do. So I won't be doing that. Now, one of my main criticisms last year of the TAP app was the fact that I just didn't use it. And the reason I didn't use it was because there's no kind of cashback or anything like that when you do use it. Now, the alternatives I was using then, or still am, is crypto.com, where I've got the rose gold card, which means I've got like quite a lot of the CRO token staked. And that gets me 3% cashback paid in CRO. Now, I was also using the Uphold card, which gets you 4% XRP back if you pay with crypto. And then it was getting 2% back in XRP if you paid with stablecoins or fiat. Now, they've changed all that because of the bloody FCA regulations in the UK, which I detest because I just think the FCA is getting worse than the SEC. And I really think it's taken away people's freedom in the UK to do what they want. And I don't believe their intention is to protect the consumers. I think their intention is to frighten people off crypto to get them to use traditional banks again. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. So because of this, Uphold now give you 1% back in GBP when you use the card, regardless of what you spend. So there's not much of an advantage there either. So I'm thinking that TAP Global might become more of a fiat on and off ramp for me in 2024 and subsequent years. And I believe it's also quite a good card to use abroad. So, I quite often go over to like France, Spain, Portugal, those kind of countries. And it would be nice to have a card that works well there, where I could just put a chunk of crypto on the card and then go off to a different country and spend it as I wish. But hopefully they've got more in store for us, and there will be extra features and perks and stuff as we go along. But if you want to check it out, if you haven't got it already, you can go to withtap.com and you can download it either for Apple or Android. By the way, I did notice actually over on TradingView, if you search for the ticker XTP, then what you've actually got here, you've got these three. Look, you've got what they call UST. They're actually mean USDT there, I think. That is Tether, the dollar itself, and also Bitcoin. So obviously if you go there now, there's no data. But that to me implies that they might have in the future an XTP Bitcoin pair. If that's the case, that'd be great. So I think with TAP, there's a lot to look forward to. I think finally they are getting it together and getting listed on bigger exchanges. Obviously, we'd like to see Qcoin, ByBit, Binance, them kind of things, but it might take a while. And in some cases, some exchanges might be a bit funny about listing essentially an exchange token on an exchange. But that's not always the case. I mean, for example, like BNB is available in various places. But sometimes exchanges like to keep stuff to themselves, like BGB on BitGet. But normally people like MEXC and Qcoin list anything, so I think that's probably in the cards at one point. And we'll see what ByBit does. ByBit quite like to list a lot of tokens now, which is amazing, because when I started using ByBit in 2021, I think there was only about 7 tokens you could play with, and there's like hundreds now. So yeah, overall, I think things are looking pretty rosy for XTP. Now, what I'm assuming is going to happen is that the Bitfinex kind of process will become part of the actual TAP app. So it doesn't mean you have to go and sign up for Bitfinex if you want to, buy and sell XTP. You can do all that from the app, but I'm going to use it because I want to be able to use limit orders to get TAP at a certain price, or maybe to sell it at a certain price, And I think, to be honest, bearing in mind what the price is probably going to do, it's probably going to go up and down quite wildly. I might use a small part of my TAP and just do a little bit of spot trading between Tether and TAP if I see some opportunities. In fact, I suppose what I should do is I should deposit some TAP into my Bitfinex account, shouldn't I? Okay, deposit XTP. So I need to get verified to make a new deposit. So it looks like I need to be on this upgrade to Basic Plus. Okay, so I need to do a bit of that. Address might be a bit tricky because I've given my ID as my Palo ID. Okay, look, I'm going to do this as best as I can, and I will let you know what happens. Okay, so if you want to find out about that, then make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you got the notifications set on all. Any questions, leave them in the comments. And of course, do like the video. And above all, tell your friends.